We're making wax melts today. So I am using the double boiler method because I do not have a separate Presto pot for my tart wax. So it might take a little while longer than usual, which is why I want to get started, and we're gonna get started right now. Okay, how's this angle? This is not the best, but I don't know how to show you everything going on. So I'm gonna try to do my best. Angles are just not my thing. Anyway, I'm gonna start by turning on the burner to high, let that heat up, and measure out my wax. So I have 2 pouring pitchers, and I'm just gonna fill them both up with wax so I can kind of do 2 at a time, like 2 cents at a time, because I'm only putting 7.5 ounces of wax in each. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So my candle wax is a soy coconut blend, but my wax melts are just soy. So for 3 wax melts, I need 7.5 ounces of wax. Maybe I'll bring you closer. Okay. So we have to tear it. And then whoops. I will clean that up so my dog doesn't eat it. I know that probably doesn't really matter, but I like to be as precise as possible. I just have to. Okay, so there's one done. Go to the second one, tear that. I'm messy today. Oh my god, okay, clearly that is not the way to be doing it because it's just going everywhere. Now we can measure the fragrance oil. So for 3 wax melts, I need, let me double check, so for 3 wax melts, I need 0.75 ounces. Most of the oils I use are by Candle Science. I just really love, I love their scents. I love how they ship everything. I love the hot throw. They have great cold throw and hot throw. Just all around really good fragrance oils. Okay, so that's one done. Set that oil to the side. Let's go in with our second one. I'm not going to be talking about the actual scents. There are certain aspects of my business that I would like to keep to myself for now, but I do get most of my fragrances from Candle Science. Come on. Come on. God, I hate when it's so close. Okay, there we go. So that's the first 2 done and measured. Now we just wait for the water to heat up, and I'll come back. So before the water starts really boiling, I do want to put this out there just in case there's any candle makers that need a little bit of help staying organized. I have created a candle maker admin bundle. It includes a calculator page which helps you calculate your wax and fragrance oil weights and much more, as well as a inventory tracker with the section where you can actually link to the items that you buy. So if you're like, hey, I'm getting low on this fragrance oil, just click the link and it takes you right there. It also has a candle price breakdown, which is incredibly important when running a business, as well as suggested retail and wholesale prices. Everything is formulated. All you have to do is plug in your numbers and it calculates suggested prices. You can put your own price in and then it will also calculate your total profit. And then as well, it does have a sales tracker. So you can put in, that's also formatted, so all you have to do is put in your sales. It's very detailed. I will leave it down below. If, like I said, if you are a candle maker and you're having some issues staying organized, I highly suggest it. It's a Google Docs sheet, and it's been a lifesaver for me, and yeah, just go check it down below. Okay, the water is finally getting warm, so let's put the wax in. Okay, now that the water is nice and bubbly, we're going to put our I should have used a bigger pot. Oh no, they're not gonna both fit. Okay, well, we're only gonna do one at a time then, and then once we stir and pour, we'll just have to switch them out. It's fine. If you're not sure what the double boiler method is, I will leave a link or like a card here to go watch that video. And yeah, so basically all we're gonna do is wait for our wax to come to 180 degrees. And then we can take it off the heat, mix in our fragrance oil that we've already measured out, and then pour it into our clamshell molds. I'll come back when this is all melted. Okay, this is melted. It's hotter than it should be, so I'm just going to let that sit. We need to wipe all the water off of this because water and candle wax do not mix, so it's important to clean off your pitcher as much as possible. I'm going to pop this one in, and then once this one's done, I'm going to switch to a bigger pot so they can both go at the same time. And now I have another thermometer. We need this to be at 180 before we can pour. We're almost at 190, so I'm just gonna let this sit. Just gonna let this one sit a little bit before we pour in our first fragrance oil. Okay, so we're at temperature. I'm going to pour in my oil and stir until it's combined and the temperature. We cannot pour until this is at 170. So I'll keep an eye on that, and then I'll show you how I pour it in. So now all I'm going to do is pour our wax in. I'm not going to pour them all the way until I know, or until, I don't want to overfill one and then not have enough left over for the others. So I'm going to just eyeball it. Okay, perfect. Now that I've shown you how to make the wax melts, I think I'm going to do what I did in my launch videos, which I can link here, and just go about my business. And if I have something to tell you, I'll just pop in, but otherwise I will be here for hours and hours and hours. So I'm going to do my thing, okay? Don't mind the mess in that corner, okay? This is real life, people. Sometimes I don't have time to actually clean my kitchen, so I just hide things places where I don't think anyone will see it. But because my camera angles are not good, you're seeing all of it, so whatever. Depending on how well these sell, I am already thinking about getting another Presto pot solely for this wax, because this double boiler method, while it's very easy, I think it'd be better if I were making more than 3 of each scent at a time, but this just seems to be taking way too long. But that's just what happens in the beginning of your business. You know, you find all the things you need to change. I'm finding all the cracks, okay? This one is my She's Chill scent, and it's eucalyptus and spearmint. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, by the end of this video, this house is gonna smell absolutely crazy with 14 different scents going on. So pray for me, and yeah. This part, wiping out the hot wax out of the pouring pitcher, really scares me, because during my launch, I'm pretty sure it was at the tail end, and I mean, it could have been because I was absolutely exhausted, but I was on my second to last scent, and I was cleaning out my pouring pitcher, and I burnt myself. It was pretty gnarly. I'm pretty sure you can see that in one of the videos, but it hurt so bad, and then I still had to make like 30 more candles after that, so that was a journey, that was a thing that happened. It sucked. Okay. That's good. Oh, and if you see me throwing paper towels down here, it's because I have a box where I throw all my paper towels that have wax on them. I keep them instead of throwing them away, because you can actually use them along with some wicks to make fire starters, which we have an outdoor fire pit thing, so they still get used and yeah, create less waste. So something to think about. I realize I have to put the bottles in front of everything because otherwise I'm not going to know which one's which. I mean, I will, I just don't feel like, yeah, I just don't feel like guessing and having to smell more than I'm smelling right now. Okay, so one reason why the double boiler method is not my favorite. This just tipped over. Now there is water in my wax, which means I cannot use it. So I have to throw all of this wax away, which really sucks. there. I'm getting tired. I started this like 3 hours ago, and I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cents done out of 14. So yeah, that's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something because this is taking way too long. I'm going to put the rest, I'm going to calculate how much more wax I need for the rest of my wax melts, and I'm going to pour it all into this one large pitcher, and then from there pour it into the smaller ones. I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to move this along. Hi. Okay, so my battery died and I ran out of space on my card. So I did what I could. I finished all of these. I need these done tonight so they can cure. So yeah, I have printed some of my labels. Once again, I'm having issues with labels. They don't want to print the way I want them to, and it's making me mad. But first, before we do the outside labels, I'm going to put the warning labels on. I don't know if legally you have to have warning labels for wax melts, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to go ahead and put those on, and I'll turn the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So here I just have some round warning labels that I'm just going to put on the inside of each wax melt and then close it up because they are dry. And yeah, I'm just going to continue. to add the labels. Here, let me show you. There are many variations of this, but like, it's supposed to be printed all the way to the edge, but it doesn't do that, and I don't know why, and it's really bumming me out. So now I have to actually cut these, and I don't have the steadiest of hands, nor do I have a paper cutter, so wish me luck. Oh, these are cut horribly. Am I having a meltdown? No. Am I close to having a meltdown? Yes, very much so. Honestly, like, I never thought labels would be the most frustrating part of this entire process. Labels, a sticker. You would think this would be easy, but it's not. For some reason, for me, it's not. Okay. This is as good as it's going to get, and I have to be okay with that, because sometimes you have to put things out in the world before they're perfect. Words of wisdom for me. Okay, let's see. This is going to be She's Fancy. So now, with this little, this little lever thing sticking up, I'm going to put the label on. These I have to eyeball because I don't think my label wizard will work with this. So ta-da! Okay, many more to go. So I think the next time I'm gonna get bigger labels. Here's my issue. I don't like labels with rounded edges, but I can only seem to find like the worst labels with squared off or like pointy corners. Is anyone else in that boat? Like, don't know why this is so difficult. Okay, that is all. I have my wax melts made. Now they just have to cure for like a week or two and I can get them out. I do have to photograph them. That'll be, I may do a video, I may not. I may just do reels or shorts. But yeah, Thank you for watching. If you have any pointers on how to get good labels, please let me know. I know I just posted a video about how I print my labels, but for some reason they don't want to work all the time. So if you have any pointers, please leave them in the comments because I could use some help. But yeah, until then, see you in the next one.